about why you chose to learn Japanese and just share your experience.
Okay. So, first time when I heard about Japanese was when I was in the university, my first year, uh, because I studied in Narcos, I mean the economic university, and there in our building, in the first floor, was the Japanese Center of Human and something development, human research development, something like that. Yeah, like we just call it Japanese Center, Kazakhstan Japanese Center. Yeah.
Where is it? In which city?
In Almaty, here. Yeah. So I went there. I was just curious what is language is it, and I was interested in, like, the computers, different techniques and technologies. I mean, and at that time I was watching Naruto, anime, Naruto. Have you heard about it? Naruto.
Yes, sure. But I haven't watched it, but I heard of it.
So yeah, I was watching Naruto and so on. I was interested in Japanese culture, likely. So then I went to the courses for the first lesson. Then the teacher, her name was Asil. She started like speaking Japanese, like 皆さんこんにちは。今日から日本語の勉強始めますね。なんか大丈夫ですか？どうですか？なんでここに来ました？ we was like, what is going on? Like, what's happening right now? Then that was so cool. It had strong impress on me. And then I started going to that classes, Japanese classes, and studied Japanese. And of course, my goal at that time, was to study abroad. I mean, in Japan, or maybe like exchange student from Narcos. But then suddenly I heard from the department that was related to that student exchange system, and they told me that my how to put it, my department was not included in that program, in exchange program. So I was like, what? How come I'm not included? I mean, my department not included in this program. So I just studied it, participate in different concourses and so on, and cultural events. Yeah. So at that time I fell in love with Japanese. Yeah, I started learning really by heart, and sometimes I even skipped my university classes and went to the Japanese courses. Yeah, because the atmosphere, the language itself, and all of that was really warm, and all of the people was really cool, and the teachers were really good for us. And then I started learning it, studying it, and yeah, that's and yeah. Finally, I was able to go there in 2016. Yeah, I worked there for 1 year. It was like the work and travel program, like in the USA.
Yeah.
So yeah, I paid some agency for going there and work in hotel. Then I worked there for a year and kind of see it from inside how was it to be Japan person, how to be Japanese.
Is it similar
Yes,
to American program? Like,
yeah,
sorry.
the most thing you need to know is that you need to be able to speak Japanese.
So Dauren, let's I suppose start your presentation, and then I'm sure everyone will have questions to you, and you can answer it. No, I mean at the end of the session.
Okay. So let me share my screen. Yep. Share it. Okay, this is the kind of simple presentation. Don't mind it. So the Japanese alphabet, it consists from three main alphabets like hiragana, katakana, and kanji. So the main is the hiragana for Japanese characters, for Japanese words, and kanji came from China, and still Japanese people use the old reading of that kanjis, the characters, Chinese characters. And katakana is the newest one, and is used only for like foreign words or foreign names, everything related to foreign countries. And here you can see the hiragana, and here's the katakana. And the hiragana and katakana both is syllable-based alphabet, so it's like two letters in the same time. So here's like a, I, U, E, O, ka, ki, ku, ke, ko. So only first line is like only one letter, and others like consist from two letters, like ka, ki, ku, ke, ko, sa, shi, su, se, so, and they read from top to bottom. And the same is here for katakana, but the writing is different. And here's the examples. So like neko is the cat, inu is the duck, and kuruma dog, and kuruma is the for car. In katakana used for foreign words, names, like if you go to Japan, your name will be like mine was Dauren, and it will be typed like this. Yeah. Okay, give me a second. Kinda like this. So it's Dauren. It's Dauren. So my name was easy to pronounce for them, but other Kazakh names like who
Like Kamshat.
like Kamshat, yeah, yeah, like Kamshat. I guess it will be like Kamshatto.
Kamshatto.
Yeah, Kamshatto or Aituar would be Aituaru, Aituaru, and Aigerim will be Aigerimu, and it will be easy for them to say Alexander name Sasha, of course. If you say my name is Sasha, they will call you Sasha. Sasha probably. But if you say like your full name, like my name is Alexander, they'll say what? Like Alexander. Yeah. And
I will say my full name in that case. Okay.
yeah, try it. And here's the words like tobacco for tobacco, and this is the computer. So they, when the words ends for R, they just put the TA in the end. Like if you say like computer, they say computer, like rider. So because they don't have the ending R. I mean, they're all katakana is all from syllable, so it's not the only one letter R. It's ru, like ra, ri, ru, re, ro.
Oh.
Yeah. And here's the information about kanji. So like it came to Japan in 500 CE, and it's written Chinese characters, and they still use that old time reading. And nowadays, Chinese and Japanese people can read and understand their both. I mean, they're how to put it, like 자유나. So they both understand the Chinese and Japanese, but if they kind of speak, they might not understand each other because the reading is different. So the Japanese kanjis has two readings, like onyomi, on reading, the Chinese reading, and kun reading is Japanese reading. And usually when there's the two characters, Chinese characters, kanjis, there's it's onyomi, on reading, like bin, kyo, or like gin, ko, do, ga. And kunyomi is like from one character, kanji, and hiragana, like tuzu, kiru, like ta, biru, or like no, mo. Yeah, the words I forgot to translate it. The benkyo is meant to study. Ginpo means the bank. Doga means the movie. Yeah. And here's the tsuzukeru. Tsuzukeru means to continue. Taberu means to eat. And nomo means to drink. Like kunyomi often uses in gлагол. Can somebody
Verb.
tell?
Verb.
Yeah, verb. Yeah, right. So here's about kanji. Next slide is about greeting in Japanese. In Japanese, you say it aisatsu. Here's in hiragana. So good morning will be ohayo gozaimasu. Ohayo gozaimasu. The or with this dash is because the o is prolonged. That's why it's with the dash. So you can say ohayo. Like this yo u will be yo. And if it's more formal greeting, I mean saying good morning, if you are with your buddy or some friends, you can just say ohayo without gozaimasu, like ohayo. And konnichiwa is hello or good afternoon. So here's the WA, but in hiragana it will be like ha, but it reads as wa. So konnichiwa. It literally means this day. Like today is like kon, like today, nichi, or nichi is day. Like today day is like, and bye, see you is like more informal, like ja or mata. You can say your friends like ja, mata ne, mata ashita. Mata ashita means see you tomorrow. Sayonara is a goodbye, and it's formal version. This is informal. Sayonara, and sometimes you say sayonara if you know that you won't see that person for a long time. And good evening is konbanwa. It also means like kon is today, not today, but like today evening is today's evening is like good evening. Oyasumi nasai, oyasumi nasai. For friends, you just can say oyasumi. Oyasumi nasai is more formal version. And here, yasumi, the word yasumi means the relaxing or taking a break. And o of usually adds to make word more formal and to like Japanese people always try to respect everything. I mean, to make it more how to put it, they like yeah, they want to respect, like put something in respect. Like when they talking about geisha, they don't say geisha, they say oh geisha san, like you know the word san. in the end of the word when they talk to someone they don't know, or for in co-workers they add usually san in the end. And here's the see you next week is mata raishu. Raishu is next week. Mata is again. Yeah. It's kind of a lot of information I'm giving you right now. Yeah, it's like yeah.
Thank you. Very well explained.
Yeah, and here's the ojigi thing, the bow. As someone of probably know, the Japanese people always do bowing. Um, it's also in the way to show respect. So when you introduce yourself, you usually just bow instead of handshaking. And you can read this like, and this is true story because I experienced myself. After 1 year, I was like doing all this all the time like this. Yes, yes, like even on the phone when you're talking, you can say like, ah, yes, hi, hi, yes, yes. Like it's becomes like your bad habit. I mean, not bad, just a habit. So even when I came back to Kazakhstan, I just keep doing this at the beginning, but then our people just don't understand it. I was the usual guy. And here's the common phrases. So, how are you will be genki desu ka? Here's the ka частица. What is the частица in English?
Participle.
Yeah, participle, right?
Yeah.
So
Thank
this
you.
participle means the usually you use in the question sentences when you want to make a question. You just put it in the end, like genki desu ka? And here's the answer is genki desu. And here's the hisashiburi. It means it's been a while, like long time no see. And saikin dou desu ka? How have you been recently? Saikin means recently. Do, okay. Saikin dou desu ka? Do is mean like how, and desu ka is the question making ending. And here's ja, mata ne, like in previous slides, like see you later. You can just say ja, mata ne, instead of like sayonara, sayonara, sayonara being formal all the time. And of course, they do use a lot of like American, I mean, English words like bye bye, bye. Yeah, they don't say bye, they say bye bye. And like hola, hola, kind of these words. And kiotsukete is take care. Keys mean like spirit, something in your inner thing, And O is a syllable, like, and kete, kiotsukete is like attach something, put something. So key is like sense, yeah, not like something but sense, like put sense on you, like so it means care.
So Dauren, could you please pronounce it again? How kyo shukete?
Tsukete. This pronounced like tsu.
Tsu. Kyo tsukete.
Yeah, like kyo tsukete.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
And this is the sumimasen. Excuse me, I'm sorry. You use this word a lot in Japan, sumimasen, sumimasen. Can I walk sumimasen? and they do this. I don't know. I still have this habit. When you're going through some crowd, you can just say, すいません, すいません. Do not disturb anyone or do not touch. So they understand like you are going through. So just すいません, すいません. And 失礼します. Like, excuse me, I'm sorry. If this usually uses when you want to ask something like relevant, like how old are you, or where do you work, or something like more personal questions, probably maybe. So, and どういたしまして is you are welcome. Just you are welcome. Thank you. どういたしまして. Reply for ありがとうございます. I didn't put here the word ありがとうございます. Okay. I guess everyone knows that word ありがとう. So it's okay.
Dauren, would you like
And
us to try saying these one by one?
yeah, sure. Yeah, guys, who wants to try?
I know during the lessons, usually you are being tortured. Now you can torture.
Okay, if Gauhar and Zika knows Japanese, I guess it will be like too
Go
simple
hard.
for them. Yeah, go ahead.
I think I just joined. Shall I try? But I think I missed first 5 words. I think I came only to Kiyotsukete.
Yeah,
Okay,
Dauren,
again
If
one
I'm
more
pronouncing
time.
it right. Okay.
Like, from first one is the Genki desu ka? Genki desu ka? Next one is Genki desu. You can say desu. In my opinion, I don't know how is it, but I usually heard that women use desu, like genki desu ka, but usually in common you just pronounce like this with you, like genki desu. In hisashiburi, saikin. Next one is saikin do desu ka? Saikin do desu ka? Who played Warcraft game? No one?
So go hard.
Okay.
Okay.
Shall I ask someone? I can. Start.
Yeah, please go ahead. And
Yeah. Okay. Aituar, genki desu ka? Desu ka. Okay. Yeah.
Genki desu.
yeah, you can just read the words
So
because
is it
I prepared the two dialects in two next slides, so that's why I didn't choose it to. I mean,
so is it like a one whole dialogue or?
no, here's the dialect, you see. But this is the best common phrase. You just can
Practice
just
the
read
reading,
every word. Yeah, Gauhar, you can just read all of them like.
Okay. I thought.
Yeah.
Okay. Genki desu ka? Genki desu. Hisashiburi. Seikin do desu ka? Ja mata ne. Ki wo tsukete. Shitsure shimasu. And doitashimashite. Shite.
どういたしまして.
Doitashimashite.
Yay!
Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, who wants to? Okay, Alexei, I know Sasha wants to try it.
Excuse me, it would be hard, you know.
Yeah, just try it. It's nothing like it.
Genki desu ka? No, it's not good intonation.
It was really good, yeah.
Genki desu. Genki desu. It's
Great, great.
it's like short sound in the end. Des, like something cut.
Then,
Des.
yeah, right.
Yeah. Hisashiburi.
Yeah.
Sashi.
Correct.
Saikin do desu ka? Desu ka. Saikin do desu ka? Ya matane.
Mhm.
It's not like you shouldn't say like
It's not.
ya without pause. Ya
Yeah, it's
matane.
ja.
Ja matane.
No, it's ja.
Ja.
Like this. Ja.
Ja. Kiyotsukete. Sumimasen. Shitsurei shimasu. Shitsurei shimasu. Yeah. And doita shimashite. It's quite complicated
Yeah.
for me. For
Yeah,
Slavic
but your
people, you
pronunciation
know,
was really
it's something crazy.
Yeah, but yeah, your pronunciation was really good. And Gauhar, you did well too. So maybe someone wants to read this greetings, like Aituar or Aigerim or Alia, anyone from LMT.
Okay, sure. So, Ohayou gozaimasu. Konnichiwa. Jai mata, yes.
Ja, ja.
Ja mata. Sayonara. Konbanwa. Oyasumi nasai. Mata raishu.
Nice, well done.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, let's move on to the dialect. So here's the, instead of dots, please use your name and then add san. I mean your opponent's name and then add san. Okay, I know that Alia and Aigerim wants to practice this. Like, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
You and Aigerim. So person one and
Wow.
person two.
Difficult.
Do you want to start?
Me? Okay. Alia-san, konnichiwa, ohayo gozaimasu, konbanwa.
Oh no, sorry.
No? Okay.
Yeah, it's like you saying like good morning,
Is it a
and
bad word?
good evening at the same time. Yeah, sorry.
Alia-san, konnichiwa, ohayo gozaimasu.
Aigerim-san, konnichiwa. O genki desu.
Yeah. Oh, genki desu ka?
Genki desu, arigato, anata wa?
My God, Aigerim. Watashi mo genki desu. Arigato. I have no idea, but.
Oiatsu desu ne.
You turn, Alia.
Okay. Su desu hontoni atsui desu ne.
Hai.
Atsui desu ne. Hontoni atsu desu ne.
No, I get him. You reading the ashita, this one, this line.
Ashita. Okay. Ashita ga furiosu desu.
Asu desu desu yokata desu. What?
Oh, well done, guys.
What is this?
Hey, sorry for not translated. I forgot.
Yeah, what is this dialect about? Is it like some general?
So,
what is it?
It means maybe Zika.
But you can translate it later.
Zika, do you want to try and translate it with Kamshat?
With Kamshat? Translating with Kamshat?
Yes, because Kamshat is also.
Okay. Oh my God.
You can read and
it was
translate
Alia-san. Oh,
no, you can just put her name and just translate it after that.
Kamshat-san, konnichiwa, ohayo gozaimasu. Это Камшат-сан, здравствуйте. Доброе утро, да? Камшат-сан, переводите теперь этот второй человек, да?
Камшат-сан.
Сейчас I will А как вас зовут? Я не увидела, извините.
Зи, просто Зика.
Сейчас я экран не вижу.
Ага. Да, не надо видеть, просто Зика-сан.
Зика, вот сейчас я вижу. Зика-сан, коничива. Коничива, генки desu ka? Zika-сан, hello. Good day. How are you?
Yes, I have translated into English, my God. 元気です。ありがとう。あなたは？Everything is fine. Thank you. And you?
私も元気です。ありがとう。I'm good too. Thank you.
今日暑いですね。Today is very hot or something?
Yeah.
Okay, it's very hot.
そうですね。本当に暑いですね。そうですね。Как перевести?
Kind of.
It is indeed.
Like,
It
yeah.
is indeed.
Yeah,
Maybe. Yeah.
it is.
Really, it's really hot.
Yeah, indeed. You can see, yeah, indeed. Yes.
It is really hot.
Mm-hmm.
明日雨が降りそうです。降りそうです。明日 is like tomorrow, yeah? Tomorrow will be rainy or
Probably.
yeah, something like that.
そうですか。よかったです。Really? It is good, right? よかったです。
Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That's really funny.
So, do you want somebody read this again, or should we move to the next slide?
I think you should challenge someone.
Okay, Merivert and Nilay haven't read anything yet, so let's give them a shot.
メルヤチさん、こんにちは。おはようございます。ミカможно? ミカさん。メルヤチ、are you there?
Sorry for this.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, we can now.
ニライさん、こんにちは。お元気ですか? Okay, just a second, I'm coming. May I ask one question while Nila is coming? ミカさん、こんにちは。お元気ですか? That was my line. No.
Yeah.
Okay, I can continue. 元気です。ありがとう。あなたは? 冬明日ですね。
No, Nilay, your line is watashi. This one.
私も元気です。ありがとう。今日
My internet is freezing.
今日は暑いですね。How to read the first word? 今日
Sir, can you? My internet is a bit bad.
今日暑いですね。
Kyo, yes, kyo.
今日暑いですね。そうですね。本当に暑いですね。明日雨が降りそうです。遅いですか? よかったです。
Oh, great job.
Wonderful.
May I ask one question?
Yeah, sure.
What does it mean, disu? Because it's in every sentence almost.
Yeah, this is like informal language. You need to put this in the end of the word. Like it sometimes can be seen as is, like it is,
Okay.
but in formal, you can in like when you're talking to friend, you can just say like genki or what, like anything without this. But when you talk to someone, or when it's a formal speaking, you need to put this in the end of the word, or yeah, in the end of the word. Like you can say like Ringo is apple, and if I say to someone like I don't know, I will say like Ringo desu. Something like that. Yeah. It's like
another one question. I remember that in someone told me that Japanese, when they show them that they agree with you, they make this way. No, like no. And opposite, if they not agree, they do this way. Bowing the head. Is it true or not? It's like yes, 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 no, no, no.
From my experience, I don't know. I've never seen they doing like just no.
Because it was in England. One friend I said he asked one Japanese girl. She said she showed him like that she is a. No, that's not true. Okay.
No, I mean maybe it is, but I haven't experienced it.
Okay, thank you.
I know that Indian people just like opposite for us.
Oh, okay.
And the next dialogue is the translation. So let's do it like this. Everyone will read with one sentence, like one person.
Maybe we can sort of repeat from you. You say, and we all together pronounce the word. Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. The first one is すみません。
すみません。
すみません。And 日本人ですか？日本人ですか？
日本人ですか？
Yeah, it's kind of. I got this dialogue from internet, and it's a bit odd because you don't ask like, are you Japanese? So yeah, next one is はいそうです。
はい
そうです。
あなたはどこからですか？
あなたは
あ
ど
なたはどこからですか？
あなたはどこからですか？ And again, usually you don't use this word あなた. It means you, but it's rude to say someone あなた because to refer to someone, you first ask his name and then use his name and son, like Nikita-san. Nikita-san はどこからですか？アイトワルさんはどこからですか？ You just try not to use this あなた word because it's a bit rude. So yeah, and next one is 横浜からです。横浜からです。
横浜からです。
横浜からです。
青松からです。
アルマットからです。
Yeah, great job. And he asks the person who asked him like どこですか？
どこですか？
no, that's where is Yokohama? Yeah, どこですか？
どこですか？
どこですか？東京の近くです。
東京の近くです。
東京の近くです。And he asks, あなたは旅行ですか？ He asks the person.
あなたは旅行ですか？
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 旅行ですか？
And he answering, はい、そうです。
はい、そうです。
And next one. では、お会いできて嬉しいです。では、 お会いできて嬉しいです。
では、
では、
お会いできて
きて嬉しいで
嬉しい
す。
です。
And the last one is ありがとうございます。さようなら。
ありがとう
あり
ございます。
がとうございます。さ
さ
ようなら。
よなら。
And that's it. This is end of my torturing presentation.
No, it was great, Dauren. It was really good that you shared the grammar, and I mean, I learned something new today, and I hope, and I'm sure others too.
Thank you, Hector. So I'm
Thank you very
going to stop my sharing, and we just can talk about Japan and everything about it.
Can I ask you,
Yeah, Alex, go ahead.
what's the most similar language to Japanese?
From grammatical purpose, I guess Kazakh is really close.
Yeah.
How this grammar structure is really close. I mean, like, watashi wa, if we say Alex des, you can say, like, watashi wa Alex des. You can, in Kazakh, you say, men Alexpun, like this.
Yeah.
Or like, watashi wa ramen o tabete imasu. Like, I'm eating the ramen. Men is watashi. Ramen is watashi wa ramen. Tabete imasu is jep отырмын. Like, men ramen jep отырмын. Watashi wa ramen o tabete imasu. But of course, the easiest, I think, the nation who learn for whom for whom the Japanese will be easiest to learn is the Chinese people, because
Chinese people.
Yeah, because they know the kanji characters.
What about
but-
Koreans?
What, who?
Koreans.
I don't know. Maybe the
grammar is really similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I don't know Korean, so maybe it is. But I heard that the Korean youngsters don't know the kanji
Okay.
characters, so that's why it will be.
They know just the meaning. It's kind of, when you learn Japanese, you can guess a lot of things. When you speak Korean, so it's kind of the same.
Now it reminds me that there's a lot of similar words, yeah? Like suika. Is it right?
For example, yakusoku, you would say yakusok.
Ah, all the same. Okay. I know the kaban
Things
more.
are the same.
Kaban?
Kaban, yeah, kaban is
Kaban?
same. Kaban.
Yeah, kaban is the backpack, the rucksack.
Back, yeah.
They also use the word rucksack in Japan, like from German. It's German word, right?
Yes, it's German. Rucksack heißt, Ruck is like this spina, Sack is the Zunge.
Cool. So yeah, for me, the hardest thing in Japanese is the Chinese characters, kanjis. So I will say for Chinese people, it will be most easiest to learn.
What did you use from the beginning to learn phrases? This Japanese alphabet or just Latin alphabet?
Of course, the Latin alphabet. I mean, in my time when I studied it, we had like entrance exam when you need to pass hiragana, katakana. I don't know both hiragana and katakana or not, but definitely hiragana. So you just remembered all the characters at home, just learned it, and then you like write the exam test, write the test, and from that, if you pass, you go to lessons. I mean, studying, and if you're not, you failed. But after that, they implemented new program. My program was based on book Minna no Nihongo. It was like concentrated on the grammar, like today's lesson. And the next program was called Marugoto. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like more for speaking. So that's why we was always saying like you are very bad at forming kanjis, but maybe they learn faster to how to speak, like to communicate with Japanese people, but we know the basement, the basics of the language better than next generation, I say.
So, guys, do you have questions to Dauren? I mean, he knows a lot about Japanese. Also, we have Kamshat, who can actually share also her experience about Japanese.
Yeah.
Yes, Kamshat, can you hear us?
Yeah, thank you. So about my experience, it was very similar to Dauren's experience. I watched Naruto. Then I was interested in one song from Naruto, which is Aoi Sora. I guess
great
it
song.
is, yeah, the name of that song. And after that, I started going to the same center as Dauren. And I studied there for 2 years on the books of Mina no Nihongo.
When did you start,
It
Kamshat?
is very similar.
When did you start? I mean,
Sorry?
when you participated the courses, what years?
In 2009 and 10. Yeah.
Okay. I started in 2010, so maybe I saw you, but
Oh. And I don't study Japanese right now, and so I forgot a lot of things. I think the only thing that I remember still, and I will not forget, is hiragana and katakana.
true, because you learn very hard.
Yeah.
The beginning. Yeah. Have you been in Japan, Kamshat?
No, that was my dream. I tried to enter the program Mondoku Gakusho
Next. Yeah.
Yeah, and I wasn't successful in that twice in a row, 2 years, and then I quit and I started learning French.
Oh, great. I know you're feeling about mixed because it happened to me too. So I know that
Yeah,
feeling.
this is a very competitive program.
And Zika, why did you study? Why did you study Japanese? Why did
Actually, I studied for a long time Korean, and then I'm graduated, and then my friends from my department, it was like a challenging, like, can we still do something like let's do Japanese, and then it was like competition. Okay, let's do Japanese. And it surprisingly I found it very similar to Korean, or it's I guess when it's a little bit more the harder, more harder it goes, more easy it becomes, because when you speak Korean, it's already, they have a lot of like Chinese base, like vocabulary. It's like 60% of Korean language based like on Chinese.
Wow.
And then it's kind of the same in Japanese. And you just get it. It's just Chinese is like Latin language in this area.
Okay.
Yeah, that's very. I guess it's easier. And I was thinking it's kind of interesting because they are always competing with each other. So it's good to see the opposite mind, opposite side. Not not from Korean perspective, but also from Japanese perspective. It's helping to understand Koreans or some others. It's like French and German, like they compete also somehow with each other. But it's not bad to learn both.
agree. Yeah, Koreans and Japanese had like difficult history moments.
Yes, there are.
So yeah.
But it was the reason why I wasn't learning Japanese, and it was like boundary to me. Like I was
Mhm.
like respecting Korean culture, but then I was thinking that when you make like step further, you can understand more. Like it's
Mhm.
easier. It's getting easier.
Yeah, to see from both sides. Yeah.
Yes, because at the end I'm a Kazakh, so it's okay. Like for me,
Yeah.
I'm not.
I had it too when I was studying Japanese. I was like a bit against from Koreans, you know.
Yes, it's
Not that
the
feeling.
thing when we learn it the other language. It's like the
Mhm.
you see how if people in Almaty, somebody that speaks American English, somebody British English, and they are also a little bit.
Yeah. Controversial.
By the way, just to make sure that everyone is here, let's take a group photo and then have a quick video to actually say thank you to Dauren, because it was his first time doing language mixer lesson.
Yes,
And
please.
the last no. Well, I'm pretty sure that you will do it this year. Yeah, I mean, I really like the lesson, so, and I'm sure everyone did too. So let's have, I guess, Agirim will take a video. So as you all know, we'll tell what's better to say, Dauren arigato gozaimasu or
Yeah, arigatou gozaimasu.
arigato gozaimasu. Okay, so Agirim, give me a cue and then we can start.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, today we had Japanese with Dauren, and we want to say to him, Arigato gozaimasu. Okay, thank you very much, Dauren.
こちらこそありがとうございます。
Arigato.
Arigato.
And let's just have a big, not quick group photo. So Agirim will take it. So
Wave to me, guys. Someone was earlier than me. Okay, cool.
okay, thank you. But now we still can have a Q&A session with Dauren. Actually, I wanted to ask about Japanese movies or maybe anime. I haven't watched many animes, so maybe you could recommend some. Maybe Kamshat also could recommend something to watch.
Naruto, absolutely. Even in older ages, I mean, even being an adult, it's still interesting because so more good meanings they are bringing. I don't know about friendship, about some I don't know difficult situations in life. Very, very interesting. And Baruto, I also watching Baruto. When I feel down or not in the mood, I know that Baruto will raise my mood after one episode, like absolutely 100%. So it works.
But it's like really low.
Baruto is a son of Naruto or what?
Yes.
Or who?
Yep.
Okay.
So somebody says like if who have seen Naruto know that there's personage character Neji who protected Naruto and died for protecting him, and Neji from Japanese is the Borto, and that was his son's name, Baruto.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I heard that. And I suggest you to watch Death Note, like
Yes, me too.
classic anime.
Okay, I'm
Nice.
Really great, like detective anime with a lot of the conspiracies and really cool anime.
Is it long?
guess it's like 30 or 40 series, 20-minute series. Not that long.
So again, everyone can ask any questions about Japanese, like anything.
Dauren, I've noticed that I, it's mean yes. What does mean no in Japanese?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Or
Say no.
And
yeah?
what does it mean, sumo-san?
sumo-san. I don't know. Sumo is mean like sumoist, you know.
Okay,
Sumoist,
because
like
when I
wrestlers. And san is just to make it more polite, like to when you're addressing to someone, like sumo-san.
Thank you.
Yeah, like I said, they just don't say sumo. They say like sumo-san, geisha-san. Who's also there? Like it was like
Sumo,
isha-san.
it can be a name.
Yeah, isha means the doctor. I mean the professions. They also add the san to show them respect and be more polite. They are Japanese, like strange people. Yeah, you can ask questions about Japan, Tokyo, and I'll try to answer.
By the way, Dauren, on picture of today's announcement, what city was?
It's Tokyo, and Zura guessed it right. She's not here, but I mean, comment section. And that picture was taken on Takeshita Street. That street's on Harajuku. Have you heard about Harajuku, where all that crazy new fashion things born? I mean, they get started their fashion there. And Gwen Stefani even have a song, Harajuku Girls. So I can Google it here.
Sorry, I was late today. How long have you been studying Japanese language? How long?
Like 4 years.
4 years. Oh, that's a lot.
That's a lot, yeah. When I
From the university or on yourself?
Yeah, when I started university till I graduated, like at the same time, simultaneously going to university and then to courses.
And in Japan, you were taking a course? Or it was just this?
No, I went to Japan after 2 years. I ended my Japanese courses. So at the beginning, it was real difficult with a lot of words that you need to remember again, and with the work, because working at the hotel is not that easy as it might be here. I mean, I know, but there's like very strict. There's a lot of rules to keep. So
yeah, I used to work with Japanese people.
yeah,
it's hard. It's hard for Slavic people. They're so organized. They are so strict, and they just something like just straight, you know.
Keep everything like this. You can't just go like this.
Well, were you intended to live there like for a long time, like for 5 years, 10 years? What was your willing?
Yeah, I want to live there like for 2-3 years maybe, but not that long. Of course, it depends from your job. You know, if you have a great job, because a lot of in current situation, a lot of companies have like bilingual, like Japanese English language mixed companies. So they have a lot of foreigners, and they are more like flexible, more.
Yeah, and it was previous question, because I want to know, they prefer to hire people for whole life, yeah, or not? And what is like for foreigners? Well, what's the attitude? If they
So
prefer
yeah,
to hire people just
I guess
for a long time. What about 2 years, 3 years for foreigners? Is it complicated to find a job because of this?
no, if you're a good professional of your job, I mean, it's not too complicated to find a job, but of course you need to have some experiences, and it's good if you're really good. I mean, you talk without any struggling. And about the question, like working for like your whole life in one company, that was true for old times. And
I see. It's not true now.
yeah, it's might be true, but not all the companies that cruel and strict. Like I said, they are more flexible, because a lot of companies like their head is like mixed with foreign people. And but in my hotel, I know the one guy who worked there like for 15 years, and my manager worked there like for 15 or 14 years, and he's like still manager. And he's how to say, like his vice manager was working there like for 12 years. It's almost like 10 years, so they just keep working. But the youngsters just prefer to work in some place than go to another. Like they just do freelance a lot. And some people just run away from big cities like Tokyo, Osaka, from these crowded places to more calm, more peaceful areas like Okinawa. And because because of the ocean, the weather, the people more nice in Okinawa, because basically they're Japanese, but their root is not Japanese. Like they were in different island. It was called Ryukyu Kingdom. Then Japan government just tell me the word.
The word what?
Attacked and conquered the Ryukyu Kingdom. Yeah, and old, like the more elder people know the Ryukyu language, Okinawa language, and like teenagers don't know like maybe 1-2 phrases, but they don't know the language at all. Like they feel themselves like Japanese.
One more question, if you don't mind. What about such approach? For example, you have a job in Japan, you are engineer, and you know how to set printer. But you shouldn't to do this, because work there is strictly separated. So you have to call to like corresponding person to do this, and you have to do only your work, and no exceptions. Is it true or not?
Very true.
Yeah.
Yes, still, even at homes, in here or maybe in other countries too, when something is just broken, you can just repair it by yourself if you can, or you can watch YouTube video and do it by yourself. But in Japan, if something had broken, you need to call the professional, like the person who will do it for you. Like all is separated, as you said, for professions. Like you can do it by yourself. It's very true. Yeah.
Nice approach, by the way.
Maybe that's yeah.
Oh, wow,
For-
thank you, Alex, for so many questions. Really
Yeah.
good. So, Do we have more? If not, then we'll sort of wrap up the session. So really, Dauren, thank you again for this lesson. And really always glad to see you as a participant and now here as a teacher. So hopefully to see you again as a teacher this year.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, so it's just the end. So let's see you next week and hope you will have a very good week. Okay, so
Yeah.
have a good time. Thank you.
One second.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah.
Can we talk about the meeting this week here? I mean, or should we do it in the WhatsApp? I mean, well, we all here. I mean,
you can, yeah, we actually can.
To take this time, can we? No?
What? Sorry, I didn't.
I think if Alia allows,